No longer news that the recall process of Senator Natasha has kickstarted. The petitioners has been able to go to Abuja to INEC office to submit their petition indicating their interest to recall Senator Natasha back. So I was listening to the lady who happened to be the spokesperson. Is it Ngozi? Some kind of funny Yoruba Igbo name all joined together. So I even doubt if she's from Kogi State actually. And she said they have been able to compile more than 50% of the registered voters to sign on the petition against Senator Natasha. So it has come to the fore now that people who deceive Kogites, people from Kogi Central last week, deceiving them that they want to give them palliative by asking them to bring their voters card, their NIM and the likes to sign before the palliative is given to them. I think it has become obvious now that it was never a palliative, but was a deceit to get their signature in order to recall Senator Natasha. And I know that a lot of people are scared that is it that Senator Natasha is out completely from the Senate like that? But the truth of the matter is like to recall an individual in the Senate is not as easy as boiling a fish. I will take you through the processes for you to recall a senator back from the Senate. And then we'll be able to ask ourselves, is this visible or not visible to recall Senator Natasha? But the information we gathered here is because that criminal who is on trial now, Yahaya Bello, wants to replace Senator Natasha in the Senate. It simply means that those in the Senate, more than 50% of them are criminals if Yahaya Bello is even allowed to even contest and eventually become a senator. So it's just a confirmation that our Senate is an association of ex-criminals. Just have to take you through the process of impeaching the senator. The first thing first here, number one, is must be a petition from the registered voters. And the petition to recall must be signed by 50% of the registered voters. And based on the information we gathered from the lady who happened to be the spokesperson, she said, according to their record, they have around 480 registered voters in Kogi Central, and over 250 persons actually signed the recall register. That simply means now it's over 50%. That's the first point, and that has qualified them to initiate the process of a recall. Since INEC has accepted it, because I learned that it has been accepted by the Secretary of INEC, National Secretary of INEC, and the next stage will be the verification of the signature. Now, they have to verify if the signature tallies, with the signature they have in their own record. And maybe if Natasha Group need to challenge this in the court, forensic will be involved at the end of the day. So it's going to be a very long process. If INEC verifies it and the signature tends to be correct and they have the 50% threshold, then the first and second stage is completed. Then we move to the third stage. The third stage is going to be a referendum vote. This is going to be a recall referendum vote. There's going to be a referendum where the people will have to vote again. They will have to vote, and the vote will be either yes or no, and that's going to be very dicey, owing to the fact that Senator Natasha won with about 52%, even when they have this white lion or white tiger there that knows how to manipulate like Wiki. For Natasha to win the election at that time shows that there's a tendency she will still win when the referendum comes. So the referendum will be conducted by INEC, not by Kogi State. So, and this referendum will be done by INEC, and they have to vote, and the vote will be either yes or no. This has not been done in Nigeria, and I think it's very good for us to test this for the very first time. Once that is done, for the recall process to be successful, two-thirds majority will be required. Two-thirds majority will be required. That simply means 66.70% of the registered voters must vote a yes that Natasha should be recalled. So for them to get that 66%, we don't know how they are able to manipulate that 66% in Kogi State. But I know hunger is real. There are people that can do anything because of hunger. If the two-thirds requirement is met, then INEC will officially declare the seat vacant. But where the two-thirds majority is not, when the two-thirds requirement is not met, then that recall process is dead at that particular point in time. That is a summary of the process of recalling a senator from the Senate. And we can see that the process is not just going to be a bread and butter process. It's going to take a lengthy period over the 6 months that she has been suspended. And when they asked them, why do you want to recall Senator Natasha? They said because of her gross misconduct, and they cannot bear not having a representative in the Senate for 6 months and the likes. And I do not know if they understand that the process of the recall can go much longer than they even anticipate, because there's going to be a legal issue, and which is going to prolong even more than a year or thereabout. I don't know who is bankrolling them. They asked them who is bankrolling them. They said nobody. They are doing that on their volition. But we know that they are not doing this on their own free volition. They are doing this because they have been paid and they have been sponsored to do that. If a senator is pushing for a Jakarta and there's an headway with regards to that now, how will the people say that because she's suspended for 6 months, then we do not support that anymore? That means Kogi people, in summary, says that once you have a problem, we are going to abandon you. That is what you people are trying to say in Kogi State. People who have presented that recall petition, they are speaking your mind. That simply means Kogi people are not people you can rely on when you've got problems in life. There are people who only stand with you when things are working pretty well. But I do not think that that represents the people of Kogi State. But I know there's going to be a counter petition with regards to that in the next couple of days. Even this very week, there's going to be a counter petition, because I know that everything here is built upon illegality. I do not know, for crying out loud, how will people be rooting for Yahaya Bello, who has a satanic criminal case against him? On norms, if not that Nigeria is a banana republic where people who commit crime go free, and those who criticize the government are being punished for speaking out their minds. So it's appalling that somebody like Yahaya Bello will be the one that will represent Kogi Central. It's a shame if that comes to play. We know that there are some power brokers in the Senate who are head-bent saying that Natasha is kicked out. It's not because of the exchange of words she's got with the Senate president. It transcends beyond that. So the truth remains that it doesn't speak well of Nigerian politics, and Nigerian politics is in a very dear need of a messiah. The crop of people we've got here now, they are going to drag Nigeria to a grave in no distance time. I'm going to see you no sooner than expected, but don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to hit the notification bell so you have access to my video whenever a new video is released. I will definitely see you soon.